My beloved child, there's something sacred I want you to know today, something your heart has longed to hear, even when your lips were silent. You see, while you were busy questioning your worth, someone I created just for you has been mentioning your name, not to others, but to me. Yes, your name has been echoing in the heart of your soulmate, not just once, not just in moments of loneliness, but often, sincerely, with reverence. They don't know all the details of who you are yet, but your presence is real to them. In quiet rooms, they pause and feel you near. In moments of peace, they whisper words meant for your ears. And I, your God, hear it all. They've said things like, Lord, I know they're out there somewhere. I know you've made them strong. I know they've been through pain, but I pray they're healing. I hope they haven't given up. I hope they're still holding on. Their words reach my throne like gentle waves, full of love, full of faith. They don't talk about you with fear or desperation. They talk about you with faith, with expectation, not because they idolize you, but because they trust me. And my child, I want you to understand something very important. When you think you are invisible, when you wonder if love will ever find you, someone is already carrying your name like a promise. They are speaking it like a prayer. They are holding it close, not even knowing why. Because your soul is connected to theirs in a way that defies explanation. Even in this season of distance, your spirits are tethered by divine timing. And I, yes I, the Lord of all creation, am the one orchestrating the invisible thread that pulls you both closer each day. They've never seen your face, but they know your heart, because I've shown them glimpses of your spirit, through dreams that left them waking with tears, through moments when they felt a presence but couldn't name it, through sudden peace that wrapped around them during their lowest hour. That peace was you. And though they don't know when the moment will come, they trust that I am preparing the stage, that I am aligning every step, that I am shaping every part of your story, not just to bring two hearts together, but to bring two lives into divine purpose. You have not been forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not delayed, only prepared. So when you lie awake, wondering if you're foolish for still believing, when you question if love like this even exists, when you feel like you're praying into silence, know this: they are praying too, and I am listening to both of you. Comment this below if you believe it in your spirit. God, prepare both of our hearts for each other. Because today, I'm not just giving you a glimpse, I'm showing you truth. I'm revealing the whispers of someone who already cares deeply for you. I'm letting you hear what they've been saying all along. And it matters, because the words they speak in secret are the very seeds I'm using to write the next chapter of your love story. Now breathe, and listen closely. Because what they're saying is about to change how you see everything. I know they're out there. My precious child, there is someone I designed with you in mind. Someone whose soul already speaks your name without ever having met you. They've told me again and again in whispered moments of surrender, I know they're out there. I just don't know when we'll meet. They say this not from impatience, but from trust. Not because they're tired of waiting, but because they're believing in what they haven't yet seen. They feel your absence as a quiet longing, a holy ache in their spirit. Not a craving to be filled with any person, but a readiness for the one I've set apart for them. That one is you. They're not asking me to give them someone perfect. They're not asking me to deliver someone who has it all figured out. Instead, they say things like, God, I know they've been through things. I know they've cried tears I'll never fully understand, but give me the patience to learn them. Give me the heart to hold them. They don't speak of you as a prize to be won, but as a purpose to be cherished. They speak as one who sees with spiritual eyes, eyes that recognize the worth I placed inside you long before time began. And every day when they come to me, they don't just pray for love, they pray for you. They say, Lord, cover them today. I don't know what they're facing, but please be their peace. When life gets heavy, remind them that they're not alone, that someone out here is waiting to love them in a way that honors you. They're not waiting passively. They're not distracted by noise. They're preparing, they're listening, they're growing, because they want to be ready when I say now. They ask me to give you clarity in your choices, to guide your steps so you won't settle in places that dim your light. They know the world has tried to silence your voice, but they're praying that your soul will stay loud, that your heart will stay soft, that your faith will keep burning. You may feel like your prayers are hitting the ceiling. You may feel like your cries are too quiet for me to hear. But I hear every one, and so do they. Not with their ears, but with their spirit. Because I've placed a part of you inside of them, a piece of your essence, hidden deep within their being. So when they speak to me about their future, they're unknowingly describing you. When they speak about the kind of person they hope to love, they're naming your strengths, your grace, your endurance, your laugh, your faith. And even though your paths haven't crossed yet, I've already marked the intersection. It's coming. Not because you deserve it, but because I promised it. They are not asking me to rush. They're simply asking me to hold your heart until it's time. And you, my child, have not been praying alone. You're not crying into the wind. You're not the only one dreaming about a future with meaning. They're on the other side of this divine equation, whispering your name without even knowing it. And I am the bridge. I am the alignment. I am the voice that hears both hearts at once and weaves them slowly into one purpose. Do not be afraid of the silence, because even now in unseen places you are already deeply known. They deserve someone who won't give up. My dear child, there is something sacred about the kind of love I am preparing for you. It is not built on fleeting moments or shallow attraction. It is built on quiet commitment, unseen tears, and deep preparation. Your soulmate has cried for you. Not the kind of tears that come from missing someone they've met, but the kind that fall when you long for someone your soul already knows is out there. They've brought your name to me over and over again, saying, "God, make me strong enough to love them well. Help me stay when others would leave. Teach me how to love them like you love me." They're not dreaming of easy days. They're not asking for a life without struggle. They're asking for the kind of heart that can endure storms with you, not run from them. They have watched what happens when people give up too soon, when someone walks away just because the path gets steep, when love is treated like a season instead of a sacred promise. But they are not like that. They don't want a love that only lasts when things are good. They want a love that grows roots deep enough to stand in the winds of life. They are praying, "God, don't just bring me someone to fall in love with. Bring me someone to rise with, to fight for, to forgive, to build with." They aren't just imagining candlelight dinners or romantic conversations. They're picturing holding your hand when the tears fall. They're picturing staying by your side when the pressure builds. They're imagining how it would feel to speak hope into your soul when you're ready to give up. They want to be a safe place for you. Not just a highlight in your story, but a healing chapter. So while you've been asking me when it will happen, they've been asking me how to be ready. They're not just thinking of what they'll receive, they're asking what they must become to carry the weight of loving you well. They are practicing faithfulness now, in places where no one is watching. They are learning how to speak gently, how to forgive without keeping score, how to stay grounded when everything around them shakes. And you, my child, have not been forgotten in this process. Because while you're being shaped by your own journey, they are being molded by their prayers for you. Every decision they make today, every act of patience, every moment they choose self-control, it's part of how they're loving you in advance. They're not looking for someone who fits a fantasy. They're becoming someone who can live in reality with you, through good days and hard ones, through changes and challenges. They've told me, "Lord, let me recognize them when I see them. Let me be brave enough to fight for them when it's hard. Let me stay when staying costs more than leaving." This love, the one I am preparing, it's not going to make you question your worth. It's going to remind you of who you are. It won't ask you to shrink or hide. It will call you higher. It will meet you in your purpose. It will walk with you into what I've called you to do. And when you finally meet, when the timing is right, you will feel it in your spirit. You won't be confused. You won't be afraid, because their spirit has already been whispering for yours. So hold on. Not just for love, but for the kind of love that stays. You won't have to chase it. You won't have to beg for it, because when it's from me, it won't run. It will remain. God, please don't let them settle. My beloved child, there is a voice rising to me from across the distance. It's not loud, but it is steady. Not demanding, but full of deep concern and love, and it belongs to your soulmate. They don't know your story in full yet. They don't know every detail of what you've survived, but they feel the weight of it. They sense the battle your heart has had to fight. The lonely nights, the silent tears, the moments you almost gave up on love completely. And they have been praying, not just for themselves, but for you. They come to me with one quiet, sacred request. God, if they're really out there, please don't let them settle. They're not praying that you'll find someone just to end the waiting. They're praying that you'll find someone who will see you as I do, as worthy, as chosen, as deeply loved. They don't want you to get tired and say yes to a love that isn't safe. They don't want you to lower your standards just to fill a void, because they know what happens when a heart says yes out of fear instead of faith. They've seen what it looks like when someone clings to attention that feels like affection. They've watched people around them settle for less just to avoid being alone. And they're asking me to protect you from that kind of pain. They've told me, Lord, please interrupt anything that would harm them, even if it looks good at first. Don't let them be tricked by surface-level love. Don't let them feel like they have to shrink just to be accepted. They're not asking me to rush your meeting. They're asking me to make sure you don't lose yourself before it happens. You've been tempted, haven't you? Tempted to stay where you don't feel fully seen. Tempted to believe that maybe real love is too much to hope for. Tempted to accept crumbs and call it a feast. But every time you thought about giving in, every time you considered settling for something halfway, I closed a door. And yes, it hurt. Yes, it confused you. Yes, it left you wondering, why does love keep slipping away from me? Here's the answer. Because I heard their prayer, and I honored it. I removed what you didn't know would destroy your peace. I created space where manipulation wanted to take root. I said no to good opportunities that weren't God opportunities, because I saw what was coming. Because I knew what you deserved. Because someone on the other side of this world was asking me to protect the pieces of you they haven't even held yet. They're not just waiting for a partner. They're waiting for you to arrive. Healed. Not perfect, but fully wrapped in my grace. They want to build something eternal with you. They don't want to inherit pieces from someone else's carelessness. They want to love you from a place of purity, not repair. So I had to step in. I had to delay the timing. I had to let certain people walk away, even when you begged them to stay. Not because I was punishing you, but because I was answering the prayers of someone who hasn't even seen your face, but already values your soul. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are being protected, because true love doesn't rush what I'm preparing. And your soulmate understands that. They trust that when it's time, I will deliver a version of you that is not drained by compromise, but restored by my presence. And when they finally meet you, they won't have to question if you've been cared for. They'll see it in your confidence. They'll hear it in your peace. They'll feel it in your presence. And they will know this is the one I prayed would never settle. I'm not perfect, but I'm willing. My beloved child, I want you to know something beautiful, something quiet but powerful. The one I am preparing for you is not without flaws, not without scars, not without weaknesses. But they are full of one thing that makes all the difference: willingness. They have looked at their own life and seen the messiness. They've seen their past, the choices they regret, the seasons they wish they could erase. They've felt unworthy before. They've questioned whether they could ever love someone well, someone like you. But in their quiet time with me, they keep saying this: God, I may not have it all together, but if you trust me with their heart, I will honor it. They're not standing in front of me with pride or performance. They're kneeling with open hands and an honest soul. They're not asking me to make them perfect for you. They're asking me to make them trustworthy for you, because they don't want to impress you. They want to serve you, not as someone who completes you, but as someone who walks with you as I complete both of you in my timing. They've told me in prayer, Lord, when life feels overwhelming for them, let me be their shelter, not their storm. When they feel small, let me remind them they are seen. When they feel heavy, let me help lift the weight. They are not dreaming of spotlight moments. They are longing for the ordinary ones, the ones where they can quietly show up and choose love again and again. They've said, God, I want to be someone they can be real with, someone they don't have to impress, someone they can breathe around. Because they know what it's like to carry the burden of performing. They've done it. They've had to smile when their heart was breaking. They've had to pretend when no one asked if they were okay. And they don't want that for you. They want to be the place where you finally feel safe, where you can lay down your armor and just be held. They are not striving to make me proud through showy actions. They are surrendering to me in silence. They are saying yes to character, yes to growth, yes to the kind of love that reflects my own. They've realized that without me, love is just noise, just empty words, just temporary highs, just shallow connections. But with me, love becomes steady, love becomes sacred, love becomes a mission. So now, they don't ask me to give them someone who makes them feel excited all the time. They ask me to help them become someone who brings peace, even in chaos. They want to be steady, they want to be gentle, they want to be faithful in the small, unseen things. They're learning to wait without complaining, to hope without forcing, to grow without comparison, because they don't want a love that fades. They want one that matures. They're asking me to teach them how to carry responsibility, how to listen without reacting, how to speak with wisdom, how to stand with you even when the ground shakes. And my child, this is what makes them different. They're not praying to get love, they're praying to give it. They are willing to walk the long road, to forgive quickly, to say I'm sorry first, to fight for your heart, not with it. They are not perfect, but they are being made ready. So don't lose hope because they're not here yet. Don't think I've forgotten you because the wait feels long. I'm working in the background, teaching them how to honor what I will soon place in front of them, you. And when the time comes, you'll see. Their love won't shout, it will show up. Their words won't just promise, they will follow through. Because they are not waiting to be amazing. They are willing to become faithful. And I will bless that willingness because I see their heart. I already love them. My precious child, let me tell you something beautiful, something that will quiet your doubts and soften your fears, even before your paths have crossed, even before your eyes have met, even before the moment you call the beginning. Your soulmate is already loving you. Not from a place of fantasy, not from a place of fiction, but from a place of faith. They talk to me about you, not like a stranger to come, but like someone who already lives in their heart. They speak your name as if they've known it forever, even if they don't know it yet. Because what connects you two is not physical first, it's spiritual. It's deeper than appearances, it's stronger than time. It is rooted in something eternal that I myself planted. Every day they offer me quiet prayers on your behalf. Not because they're obsessed, but because they're already emotionally connected to the idea of you, to the possibility of you, to the promise of you. They say to me, God, I hope they're smiling today. I hope they were reminded of their worth this morning. I hope they didn't feel alone as they walked through the day. Please let them know that someone is waiting, that someone already cares, even from a distance. They speak as someone whose heart is open, not waiting to fall in love, but already standing in it. Because they've given me permission to prepare them for something sacred. This is not shallow emotion. This is not empty longing. This is love that began in the spirit. Before the conversation, before the connection, before the chemistry, there was already communion. They've written you into their future, not as a maybe, but as a when, not as an option, but as a divine part of the story they've been surrendering to me. They're building their life right now with you in mind. They're making decisions with your peace in their heart. They're learning to be patient, to be consistent, to be whole, because they know love must be given from overflow, not emptiness. They are not waiting until they meet you to start loving you. They are loving you through their obedience to me today. Every temptation they walk away from, every toxic cycle they break, every prayer they whisper in secret, every time they choose growth over comfort, they're doing it with the hope that when you come, they'll be ready to receive you well. And child, that kind of love cannot be fabricated. It cannot be rushed, it cannot be replaced. It is a love that grows in silence, rooted in my word, watered by prayer, strengthened by every unseen yes they've given me. They may not have your picture, they may not know your name, but they've created a space in their heart where you already belong. They've asked me to teach them how to honor you, how to care for your heart gently, how to never make you question your value, how to protect what I'm entrusting them with. This is not about being perfect. This is about being ready. This is not about the timing of man. This is about the weaving of heaven. And I, your Father, see all of it. I see their prayers and I see yours. And I'm not just listening, I'm responding. Because this love didn't start with a look or a moment or a date. It started with a prayer. It started in their spirit. It started with me. And if they're already loving you in private, before they know you, imagine how much more they will love you when I bring you together in my perfect time. You are not forgotten. You are not being overlooked. You are already loved. And I am the one writing every detail of your love story with eternity in mind. Tell them I'm coming. My beloved child, there is something I must say to you now, something your heart has been longing to hear in the quiet moments. They are coming. Yes, the one I created with you in mind. The one who has been praying for you in silence. The one who has been whispering to me, God, when it's time, tell them I'm coming. And so today, I honor their request by speaking directly to your spirit. They are on the way. They are not being sent by emotion. They are not showing up by accident. They are being sent by me, prepared by my hands, guided by my spirit, aligned with your calling, not against it. I have been walking them through seasons of refining, breaking pride, restoring purpose, healing wounds they didn't even know they carried, because I could not let them come to you half-formed. I love you too much to send someone who is not ready to love you well. They are not perfect, but they are positioned. They are not finished, but they are faithful. And every step they've taken, every no, every delay, every moment they chose growth over comfort has been part of my preparation process. I've been clearing the way, removing distractions, shutting doors that could have led them away from you, breaking patterns that would have sabotaged what I am building between you two. I am not only protecting you, I am protecting the promise. They will not come with confusion, because I am not the author of confusion. They will come with clarity, because they will know in their spirit that you are the one they've been waiting and praying for. They will not come with fear, because fear has no place in something I have blessed. They will come with peace, a peace that surpasses understanding, one that makes your heart rest without striving, one that quiets your mind and brings stillness to your soul. They will not come to pressure you into love. They will come to be present with you, to walk with you, not rush you, to build, not to impress, to love with patience, not performance. They have been asking me for timing, but I've been asking them for trust. And now, because they have trusted me through their waiting, because they've let me lead instead of leaning on their own understanding, I am bringing them closer. Closer to you, closer to the promise. You've waited, you've hoped, you've cried in secret places, you've questioned if this kind of love could still find you. And I say to you now, yes it can, yes it will, yes, it's coming. But what I am preparing isn't just a moment, it's a covenant. It's not a temporary connection. It's not a feeling that fades when seasons change. It's a commitment that grows deeper through time. It's love that reflects my nature. It's two people becoming one story under my covering. You won't have to force it. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to question whether they are serious about you. Because I am sending someone who has already made a promise in their heart, not just to love you when it's easy, but to honor you when it's hard. They will speak with purpose. They will move with integrity. They will approach you with reverence, because they know you're not just anyone. You're someone they've been praying for. So now I ask you to prepare your heart too. Not by striving, not by searching, but by staying close to me. Let me continue the work I started in you. Let me shape you into someone who can receive what's being sent. Because when the time comes, when your eyes meet, when your spirit recognizes theirs, you'll understand that it was never random, it was never delayed, it was always destined. And you'll remember these words, spoken by the one who holds your future. They are coming. I sent them, and they are yours. What you must do now, my child, Now that you've heard what your soulmate is saying to me, now that you know how deeply they've been praying, preparing, and waiting, you might be asking, what do I do now? And my answer to you is simple but sacred. You trust, you heal, you prepare. Because what I am sending into your life isn't ordinary. It's not a temporary fix. It's not a relationship to pass time. It's a promise wrapped in purpose. A covenant that requires both of you to be ready, not just emotionally, but spiritually. You're not just waiting for love. You're becoming the kind of person who knows how to receive it. So while I continue working in them, let me keep working in you. Trust me, even when you don't understand the delay, even when the silence makes you question, even when you see others finding love and feel like you've been overlooked, you have not been forgotten. You are being prepared. You must heal. Let go of the pain you still carry from those who couldn't love you right. Release the voices that told you that you're too much or not enough. Stop replaying the moments where you were left without explanation. That wasn't love. That was survival. That wasn't your fault. That was misalignment. I don't want to give you something good while you're still bleeding from what broke you. I want to give you someone who knows how to hold a healed heart, and I want that healed heart to be yours. So take this time to allow me to do surgery on your soul, to restore your confidence, to clean out your wounds, to quiet your inner critic. Because I am not preparing someone just to love you. I'm preparing you to believe them when they do. And yes, my child, you must prepare. Not just by waiting, but by walking. Walk in purpose, use your gifts, serve with joy, live a life that reflects who you are in me, not to impress anyone, but to fulfill the calling I've placed within you. You were never meant to be just a partner to someone else. You were meant to be whole in me first, complete in purpose, secure in identity, firm in faith. And that's why I keep calling you back to the secret place. That's why I ask you to love me first. Because until your heart is anchored in my love, you'll always question the love others try to give you. You'll wonder if they'll leave. You'll worry if they'll choose you tomorrow. You'll chase what I intended to deliver. So love me first, fully, faithfully, intimately. Let me become your first love, so you can recognize the one I send as your next. Because when it's time, when the person I've prepared for you enters your life, you won't need to force it. You won't need to question it. You won't need to compete, convince, or compromise. You'll feel it in your spirit. You'll see it in their consistency. You'll know it by the peace that surrounds them. It won't feel rushed. It won't be loud. It will simply align. Two paths, two hearts, two stories, woven by my hands, finally meeting in my timing. So what do you do now? You rise each day with hope. You pray with faith. You live with expectation. You serve with joy. You grow with purpose. And you let me write the love story you've always wanted. A story not built on fantasy, but on faith. Because I'm not just giving you someone to love. I'm giving you someone who loves you like I do. But first, let me love you through this waiting. Let me lead you through this becoming. And when it's time, you won't have to chase. You'll simply arrive at the intersection I ordained from the beginning. And both of your hearts will say, "Thank you, Lord, it was worth every moment." Divine timing is never late. My child, you've waited, cried, and wondered, but your soulmate hasn't forgotten you. They talk to me about you. They dream about you, and they are walking towards you day by day. And I'm orchestrating it all, every turn, every detour, every divine delay, all for your good. So hold on, not just with your hands, but with your heart. Because when I write a love story, it doesn't end in heartbreak, it ends in heaven's harmony. Heavenly Father, thank you for divine love that waits, prepares, and surrenders. We ask you now, prepare both hearts. Let their words be filled with grace. Let their preaching them when the appointed time comes. Let there be no fear. Only peace. Bless the one watching this video. Cover them in patience, protect their heart, and reward their faith. Let their love story glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen.